When your man looks at you, tell me does he really see you? The way I see you, girl, I swear I feel you. Trust me, I understand it, babe, all the pain that you've been through. They don't see it like I see you, shawty, 'cause I see the real you.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Sports News with Esco. I'm your host, Nicholas Escobar, and I just want to say it's this, guys. I know I've not been posting for a while. I know I've been posting a lot of shorts and reels on Instagram, YouTube, and all over TikTok. But please, guys, please follow me on TikTok, and please follow me on Instagram, and please hit that subscribe button because I'm on 83 subscribers. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Chicago Bears schedule that has finally came out today and has been released. And as you know, I'm wearing this Chicago Bears Caleb Williams, Rome Odunze, DJ Moore, and Caleb shirt. This is by Relish Brand. Shout out to Relish Brand for sending me this t-shirt because I ordered for them. Go check out Relish Brand. A really cool t-shirts design. And I'm just wearing this Bears hat right here for this video. So now I'm going to come out with the schedule. So now, they just released it. They released 3 primetime games since yesterday, and they released the full schedule today. So let's look at the Chicago Bears schedule. Okay, so we got for week 1, the Chicago Bears, along with Caleb Williams, and along with his second year. As you know, Caleb Williams is no longer a rookie. As you know, Ben Johnson is the new head coach of the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears got new guys that are going to be rookies, Luther Burden III, and they got Colston Loveland. So here we go. So week 1, the Chicago Bears play against the Minnesota Vikings. That's going to be a Monday night game. So for this one, I think since the crowd's going to go wild in Soldier Field for that Monday night game, prime time, I think Chicago Bears will win week 1 against the Minnesota Vikings. So I'm going to take Bears go 1-0. So I'm going to say a W. Then we got the next game between the Chicago Bears and Detroit Lions, week 2 in Detroit, as Ben Johnson makes his return to Detroit. As you know, he used to be the assistant coach for Dan Campbell. But for this one, week 2, Chicago Bears, Detroit Lions, Caleb Williams versus Jared Goff. For this one, I think Chicago Bears are going to win this game against the Detroit Lions. So I'm going to say a Bears win. Now we got another game. Chicago Bears, Dallas Cowboys. For this one, it's going to be at home. So I think for the Chicago Bears, I think they're probably going to win this game. So I'm going to say Chicago Bears go 3-0 against Dallas. So I'm going to say a win right here. Now on to the next game, week 4, Chicago Bears, Las Vegas Raiders. For this one, though, since they're going to be in Vegas, I know Raiders drafted Ashton Jeanty, who the Chicago Bears could have drafted if they were to trade for picks. So for the new rookie running back Ashton Jeanty in the Raiders, so this is going to be Colston Loveland versus Ashton Jeanty, rookie versus rookie. But I think for this one, though, I think the Bears are going to lose against the Raiders in Vegas just because the Raiders got a lot of weapons. They got Geno Smith. You know, you got Ashton Jeanty. The defense got Max Crosby still. So I think for this one, though, I think Bears are going to lose. So I'm going to say Bears lose against the Raiders. Now, week 5 is a bye week for the Chicago Bears. Now, on to week 6. Now, this is going to be a tight one. The Washington Commanders, as you guys know, that Hail Mary game, last season when Tyreek Stevenson was to be ashamed of because, him and the defense were supposed to intercept the football. We were almost about to win that game, but the Jaden Daniels, the Commanders came back and won. Now, Jaden Daniels, he played great as a rookie last season for the Commanders. For this one, though, I'm going to say the Chicago Bears lose against the Commanders in D.C., so I'm going to say an L. So I think Bears go 3-2 so far. The next game at home versus the New Orleans Saints. I think the Chicago Bears, once they're home in week 7 against the Saints, I think Chicago Bears are probably going to win this game against the New Orleans Saints. So I'm going to say a W. Now, week 8 against the Baltimore Ravens, as you know, is going to be Caleb Williams and DJ Moore versus Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. But I think for this one, I think the Bears are going to lose this one in Baltimore. Just because Baltimore's got a lot of great talent. So Okay, week 9, another away game versus the Cincinnati Bengals. I think for the Chicago Bears, I think they can pull this one off with a win. So I'm going to say Bears win in week 9 against the Bengals. Now at home versus the New York Giants. Now, as you know, it's going to be Cameron Scatterbo in the New York Giants versus the Chicago Bears. As you know, Cameron Scatterbo, running back out of ASU, who just got drafted to the New York Giants. So I think for this one, since it's going to be DeAndre Swift, who is an NFL veteran, versus a rookie, Cameron Scatterbo, I think Chicago Bears win this one at home versus the Giants. So I'm going to say a W. They can go back-to-back wins. Now, week 11 versus the Minnesota Vikings. In Minnesota, I think for this one, Chicago Bears can get a win against the Vikings in Minnesota. So I'm going to go for a win right here. And we got week 12 versus the Pittsburgh Steelers at home. Now, as you know, Russell Wilson and Justin Fields were on that team. But as you know, the Steelers got a new quarterback. So I think for this one, I think the Bears are going to win against the Steelers at home at Soldier Field. So I'm going to say a W. Now, this is the game we've been waiting for on Black Friday on Prime Video, which is going to be the Chicago Bears versus the Philadelphia Eagles, the defending Super Bowl champs. That's the game I'm looking forward to watch the most. So I think for this one, since I know the Eagles are the defending champs, you got Jalen Hurts, you got Saquon Barkley, and A.J. Brown. I think the Chicago Bears are going to lose to the Philadelphia Eagles in Philly in the Black Friday game, on the primetime game. Now, week 14 against the Green Bay Packers in Green Bay. So I think for this one, since I know it's going to be Caleb versus Jordan Love again, I think Chicago Bears can pull off a win against Green Bay. So I think Bears win in Green Bay. And then we got Cleveland Browns versus Chicago Bears at home. As you know, it's going to be Shedeur Sanders, versus Caleb Williams. As you know, Shedor's a rookie, but Caleb is not anymore. But I think for this one, though, I think Chicago Bears lose at home to Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns at home. So I'm going to say an L for this. Now, another home game, week 16 against the Green Bay Packers. Chicago Bears definitely win against the Packers at home in week 16. So I'm going to say a Bears win. Now, an away game versus the San Francisco 49ers in week 17. I think for this one, I think the Bears lose against the 49ers because they got George Kittle, you got Brock Purdy, McCaffrey, if he's healthy enough next season for the 49ers to come back from injury. I think the Bears lose this one. Last game of the season, week 18, against the Detroit Lions at home. Chicago Bears pulled this one off with a win. They can go to the playoffs after so. So for the Chicago Bears, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 wins. And then for losses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I say the Chicago Bears this season, they go 11-6. Comment below on what's your prediction. If you're a Chicago Bears fan, please subscribe to Sports News with Esco. If you want to see more Bears content, please hit the subscribe and hit the notification button. And please say it on the comments if you want to see more Bears content. Till then, let's go Bears. Here's my predictions right here. They go 11-6 this season. They can become a wild card team. So yeah, bear down, baby. Let's see what we can do. And hey, in Ben Johnson and Caleb we trust. Please hit the subscribe button. Thank you.